Hey, it's John with Vision Advisors. Welcome to another Insight with Vision. I don't know if you saw the results of a study that was released by the Americans for Long-Term Care that recently published results middle of January as it relates to long-term care claims paid in 2018. We set a record of $10.3 billion in claims paid in the year 2018. And that $10.3 billion reflects claims paid on over 303,000 policies in force. That's up 12% from the year before, and it's the first time in history that we've broken $10 billion in long-term care claims. Now, as a caveat to those numbers only reflect claims paid on traditional long-term care. It doesn't reflect amounts paid from an income doubler, from an annuity product, from accelerated benefits from a life insurance policy, or other types of hybrid investment or insurance products that may have some type of chronic care or long-term care benefit. That is strictly and specifically traditional long-term care. What is that telling us? It's telling us and reminding us that we're living longer, and we're actually living long enough today for people in retirement to really see their bodies begin to wear out. And as a result of that, the propensity for age-related illness and injury becomes much more pronounced as we're living longer and longer in retirement. You know, according to the Center for Disease Control, we're going to go from about 5 million people today currently diagnosed with Alzheimer's up to about 14 million people that are going to be dealing with this issue by the year 2060. Every 65 seconds, someone in the United States is diagnosed with Alzheimer's. According to the Alzheimer's Association, your typical expectancy from diagnosis to death is somewhere between 4 to 8 years. But we're beginning to see a trend because of technology, because of medications, because of early treatment. We're seeing that this cycle of 4 to 8 years is now expanding 10, 12, 14, up to 20 years in duration. And the Alzheimer's Association also tells us that about half of that time between diagnosis and death from Alzheimer's or other related factors to the Alzheimer's, about half of that time is going to be spent in some type of institutional setting, providing care for a loved one because the family members are either unwilling or unable to provide that care any longer. This is an expensive proposition for America, and it's one that's only going to continue to get worse. If you haven't had an opportunity to see the Mike and Carol story that was featured on 60 Minutes, we've posted a link to that on our Vision Facebook page and on our Vision LinkedIn page. If you want to see a powerful, compelling story of how long-term care event can devastate a family, this is one of the most moving stories I've ever seen. I hope you'll take an opportunity to view that, but more importantly, I hope you'll take this information and use it as a catalyst to inspire yourself to begin to have that very important long-term care conversation with your clients. There's still traditional long-term care solutions, and there's a variety of new solutions, innovative solutions from the insurance industry that are on annuity chassis or life insurance chassis. There's hybrid types of policies that are available today that are asset-based. So there's a number of ways that we can pay for care for those that need it. But it's the conversation you have today while individuals are still healthy that gives them the opportunity to acquire and purchase the protection that they're going to need in the years to come.